Well, it's that time of year. Normally, there's nothing really major going on in sports, but there's some guys out there, some athletes looking to sign that letter of intent. And yes, Frank Martin looking for some players, and he found one in Raymond Doby, big 6'8" guy, a 240-pound big man captain. And of course, they need what we call the big man and somebody that likes to bang and get in that paint and do some good things. I'm glad you're here. You're looking sharp, man. Good to see you.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a while. Of course, you came back to be gracious with your presence, so we're glad to have you. Because anytime we talk basketball, we want to talk with the captain, Carey Rich. Raymond Doby, of course, committed to the Gamecocks captain after committing to DePaul, and then Oliver Purnell was let go. Same kind of case with Tevin Mack, and he was let out of that, and now he's landed here in Columbia.
Yeah, you talked about a big man with a physical presence in the paint. Well, that's what he offers when it comes to Raymond Doby and what he's going to add to this front line of South Carolina. After the season, Frank Martin talked about the need to improve in athleticism and toughness at that post position, and certainly Raymond Doby adds to that. He's a guy that's, you mentioned, 6'8", 240 pounds. He looks the part. He plays the part. He'll bring a physical and a mental toughness to this basketball team. And from a skill perspective, he's good enough to not only play inside, but he's also good enough to stretch out to maybe the 18-foot area from the perimeter shooting the jump shot. So he was a really, really good addition to the South Carolina basketball team.
And he's not a throwback. He's not that guy that folks going to say, oh, he didn't have any other offers but Charleston Southern or wherever, school that nobody's going to, be proud of. Again, DePaul, known for their basketball tradition, some other schools that he was definitely had some offers from. But when you talk about him being the sixth commitment for the Gamecock basketball team, P.J. Dozier already in class, and several of those guys are here already on campus. Frank's got to feel really good about this class. I know they lost Demetrius Henry and some others, but Shepard, I believe, and now they got some youth, some energized young folks that's coming in here to play some basketball.
Well, I got a chance to spend some time around that basketball team this weekend. Got a chance to meet the young kid, Raymond Doby, and again, he looks the part, but there's an excitement that's surrounding this basketball team. There's a level of confidence that's hovering over this basketball team, and there's an anticipation when it comes to who they're going to be next year. Look at the closeness of the games that they lost this year, and I think when you look at the pieces and you look at how they lost so many of those close games, 8 out of the 13 games that they lost in conference play, Pastor, those games, they actually led in the second half. So that tells you that this team is close. They were a few pieces away, and I think those few pieces are now in place, and those few pieces are good enough, I think, to get South Carolina over the hump. There's a lot of excitement right now when it comes to this basketball team.
No doubt about it. And of course, I think that things going to get turned around. Now we're getting in that fourth year, and you get starting to see that progress, even though folks were unhappy for a while. But like you said, a lot of close games for this basketball team. And I expect them to be back this next season. Now, let's switch gears to the NBA Finals. It's Golden State and it's Cleveland. I could not wait to get you in here at this desk because you have been that guy that's been riding the back of LeBron James. Oh, how he went to Miami because he needed help from a leadership perspective. But now when you see LeBron James, as he did last night, will this Cleveland basketball team, let me remind you, without Kevin Love, without Kyrie Irving, their second and third scorers, I mean, it's unheard of. The first win ever for the Cleveland franchise was on the road in Golden State. And I mean, can LeBron leave now? Is he that guy?
You know what? First of all, I don't think anybody expected the Cavaliers to go into Golden State and come out victorious last night. Right. LeBron James has done a really good job of embracing the role of leadership. He's done a terrific job of imprinting the entire game with his personality, with his play. He's become a great leader, which tells me he really benefited from that time in Miami. He benefited from playing with LeBron, playing with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and we're now seeing the fruits of that labor, so to speak. But he's been a joy to watch, not only because of how he plays, but the tenacity, the level of intelligence that he plays with, the unselfish nature. He really enjoys getting his teammates involved, and that's who he is. And because of that, you enjoy watching a guy like him. So he's been great. He single-handedly willed this team and put him in position to win a championship.
Well, that's all I wanted you to come in here and say, that it's been great watching what the king, LeBron James, has done with this Cleveland basketball team. Of course, Game 3 is tomorrow. Now, LeBron James, of course, how long can he keep this energy, this effort going? But when somebody challenges you as an athlete to tell you you can't do something, I can tell you for a fact, guys will step up and play very hard. And that's been the case for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Appreciate the captain. That's going to do it for sports. We'll come back and wrap things up here in just a moment.